Hey y'all, it's Montez. Welcome to the kitchen.
This is MilkyWaay. Welcome to the kitchen. All right, Montez, welcome to the kitchen.
Hey.
So introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your music.
Of course. So my name is Montez. I'm from Hartford, Bloomfield area. I make a lot of kind of R&B pop music. I love to dance, so I try to make sure that it's something that I can move to, and of course other people can move to. Mm-hmm.
So how long have you been making music, and how would you describe your style?
So I've been recording music since 2019. I think that's when I first started recording music. Mm-hmm. I've been writing songs since I was probably about like 9 to 11, like when I was really, really young. Mm-hmm. But I essentially started recording because I had been getting a lot of family pressure and they were kind of pushing me to just start. And mm-hmm. So I started. Of course, my first songs were not great, and I did my best to make sure they were like off the face of the earth. Like, I think they're all gone. But I definitely started with like a lot of R&B influence, and I think I still carry a lot of those traits in the music that I make today. As I said before, I like, you know, a lot of R&B like pop influence. I like to make sure that it's something that you can dance to. Sometimes there's like Caribbean influence as well, electronic influence. So it's like a little bit of like everything sometimes, like a little of this, little of that. So I think I'm making my own thing.
Nice. Yeah, I like that your music has like a lot of dance inspiration. Like, are you like a dancer, or where do you kind of get that inspiration?
So I'm not a dancer, but I'm just somebody who likes to dance. I've always just loved expressing myself in any kind of way possible, whether that's like art, whether that's like drawing, music, and that does include dance. I do like to dance. If it's a good enough song, if the beat is good, if the lyrics are maybe all right, like I can dance to it. So I think that's where that comes from.
So who are some of the artists that you really like listening to, like when you were growing up and first starting to make music?
Growing up, I think my music preferences were really, really versatile. I would listen to, like I said, like a little bit of everything. I was really like into the alt at one point, like definitely listening to Paramore. I listened to a lot of The Fray. Like I had that era. And then one of my all-time favorites was Beyonce. I would definitely listen to her. My family would listen to a lot of Keisha Cole, Fantasia, you know, traditional R&B artists like K. Michelle, you know, people who were kind of really, really deep into R&B and like foundational R&B. And I think I would also listen to a ton of like electronic music as well. So I think that's where my influence of like kind of making sure that my voice is sometimes distorted in my songs, or like I'm doing a lot of chops in my vocals in songs comes from. So it's like I was really just like a melting pot sometimes. Like my ear would just catch on to something, and if I liked it, like didn't even matter the genre. Yeah,
you have a really like cool, versatile style, and I feel like you have like a lot of influences from a lot of different places, but it's tough to like put a name on it or something, you know?
Yeah.
So when you first started recording music, what point were you at in your life, and what were some of the first songs or projects that you recorded, and what did they sound like?
So I did start making music in 2019. That was the year that I was graduating high school, and I think what kind of pushed me along with like my family, you know, like encouraging me to just start. I think I was in this mindset of like, okay, like I'm entering into like a new phase in my life, if that makes sense. Like I'm done with high school, like I'm going to be in college where there's like more freedoms, there's more like ability to find alleys to express yourself, like and I think that was what was kind of like in my head at the time. I was like, okay, like I can maybe do this, you know, like let me just start, like I'm doing something new anyways. And as I had said, like some of my first songs were really like R&B. Like I was kind of just trying to do different things to figure out like what I wanted myself to sound like. So there's like songs where I'm like kind of rapping. There's songs where I'm like just making songs about literally anything. I wrote a song about like school, like, and I think it was titled School, like, so like I was just trying and just like seeing wherever like I went with it. So it was of course embarrassing, and like I said, I hope all of that stuff is gone, but like, yeah, I was just, I guess, just trying to dip my toe in the water.
So these days, what does your music making process look like? Do you like getting in the studio? Do you like writing by yourself? Like, how do you make the magic happen?
I'm not gonna lie. Some of my ideas are birthed at like 3 in the morning. Like when I am up and I have cleared my head of all the like thoughts of the day, and all I have left is just like blank mind. Sometimes it really is like in the past, like I've woken up in the middle of the night because I dreamt of an idea and I had to write it down or I had to record it. So I have like voice memos in my phone of me like groggy, like singing
just in the middle of the
night. So it's like sometimes it's spontaneous like that, or sometimes like in my previous albums and in my upcoming album, I try to assign a theme, and I associate that theme with experiences in my life. And I try to just focus like each song on one of those ideas that I think I'm trying to lump into the massive, I guess, album that has a theme, I guess. I don't really know if I'm wording this right, but like sometimes it's spontaneous, sometimes it's very well thought out, and I have to think and I have to plan and I have to write and then I have to rewrite and then I have to scrap it all together, find a new beat. And so my recording process is usually like a little bit all over a little bit all over the place because I'm very hard on myself. So in the past, like I'll book sessions and sometimes like the session won't be, like the song won't be complete after the session. And I think where I'm at now in recording, like I can take as much time as I want to on a song and like do a bunch of retakes until I get it right, until I feel like the feeling is emitted in the line. So that's a packed question with a very packed answer.
So you're a really good performer and you've done a lot of performances in the Hartford area. What do you think you have to bring to the table to make a really good performance?
When I do enter an event that I've been asked to perform at, I kind of just see it as like a good time. Like even when I'm like promoting an event that I'm going to be performing at, I kind of do reference like, you know, like come out and dance with me because I really just see it as like a fun time. In questions like this, like I always associate like performing to when I feel most like myself, because it's like I'm up there and I'm having a good time, and like of course if it's in front of like a larger crowd, I'll get like a little, you know, like a little of the nerves and like, you know, feel like I'm gonna poop my pants. But once that washes away and I'm like in front of the crowd, I think I don't really know what it is, but something does kind of click. And other people in my personal life have seen that before, because I really am a quiet person, I think. But I kind of do turn into someone else sometimes when I'm on stage, and it's like, I feel like that's where I belong. So I try to bring energy. I try to bring, I don't know, a lot of like crowd engagement, like making sure that in my songs where I say you, I'm pointing at, you know, like you know what I mean? Like I try to usher people to dance with me, and I make sure that I'm dancing, because if I'm up there and I'm performing and I'm not dancing to my own music, like I don't really know if anybody else is going to dance either.
Yeah, so. Nobody's going to be more excited about your music or your art than you, I feel like. So, yeah. All right, so your latest album, Run to You, came out towards the end of last year. Tell us a little bit about the creation process of it and, yeah, how it came out.
Oh, boy. That album, I think, was a really big challenge to myself because I try to do an album a year. Since I started making music, I try to make sure that I make, if not an EP, an album a year. And so the thought process behind Run to You was, it was me kind of pushing myself to express just the different phases I think that come with love, and like loving someone, loving, you know, just whoever, a friend, a family member, just as a whole. So I think each song has a different vibe to it, a different message in it. And I think where I was definitely falling for someone, and I was trying to do what I do best and like use music as my journal. I've always said that music is my diary, so I kind of just treated every song like I was saying, like something like I need to say, like I need to get something out, but I want to make sure that I'm doing it in a way that is true to me maybe is a little bit secretive, has a secret message. Maybe it's something that people can dance to. Maybe it's something that people can play in the car. So it was like a push, I think, and for myself to create something that was kind of professional and still authentic to me.
So tell us a little bit more about how like the logistics came together. Like, where'd you get the beats from? Mm-hmm. How'd you decide on the features? And also, like, do you have any fun stories or anything from the creation of the album?
Oh boy, yes I do. So I got most of my beats, I think, through private sellers, people who made the beat for me. Some of them I got just like, I bought the lease, or like I bought the wave through people who had like YouTube videos. Like clearly, like I'm always up till 3-4 in the morning just looking at things. So that's where I found most of my beats. When I find a really good beat, I try to think like, how would someone think to approach this, upon first listen? Scratch that, because I don't want to do what someone else is doing, because this is like the obvious answer to the beat. And then how would I do it? Like what's the pocket that someone would not find? So that's how I kind of approached all of the songs. I recorded, I think, 90% of that album at Small City with Chase. And I think the other percentage of that was with Evan James.
Shout out Chase and Evan. Check out the season kitchen, whatever, the kitchen season something. Check out their episode.
Yes. So yeah, I did the rest with Evan. He mixed and recorded my, I guess, the best song on the album, Best Bet, at Small City. So it wasn't at his studio, but he did the work. I think that's the only funny story that I have, because Chase was like really, really like, kind of like, what is going on? Like, he was like, the best song on the album, and like, you mixed it at my studio. So that was, I guess that's the funny story that came from it. But yeah, I chose the features because I knew that there were certain songs that like needed maybe a little bit more than me on them. Like the one that I did with Mike, I don't know what compelled me to reach out to him, but something in me said, I feel like he would do it. Mm-hmm. And because I had like no idea like what, like I think I had probably dissected it as best as I could. I had a part for the section that was his, but I didn't really feel like it gave like what it needed to. So I was like, I need someone else on this. And so I was like, I need to reach out to someone. And I don't know what, like, I really don't know what the moment was that made me want to reach out to him directly. But I think I just was like, hey, like, I have a thing. I'm making an album. Like, do you want to be on it? And he was like, yeah. And so he pulled up to Small City, and it was like, I think a 2-hour, maybe 4-hour session. And he just, like, did it. Mm-hmm. I don't even think he had anything, like, pre-recorded, like, pre-written, I guess. But, like, he just did it. And I thought it was dope. I was like, keep that. Keep it.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
Yeah. And the one with Evan, he made the beat, and I knew I wanted to do a song with him. We recorded that at his studio. And honestly, that process was like one of itself. Like we kind of pretty much like wrote the song together that night, like as we were in the studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like live sessions and like making the music together with the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I feel like the best like music comes out of me as a producer. All right, so your 2 latest songs just dropped recently, Video Girl and Skin. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about them.
Of course. So I'm going to start with Skin and then get into Video Girl, because that one's special. So Skin, I think I wrote with a lot of intention to kind of like call someone out. The theme of my newest album, Honest Hour, is kind of like a call-out album, if that makes sense. Like, not necessarily like confrontational, but more so like just calling people out for different reasons. So each song is gonna have a different reason. I think with Skin, I had this like idea of like that saying that like, oh, like you wanna, like have my life. You know what I mean? Like when people are calling someone out, it's like, oh, like you wanna live my life. Mm-hmm. You wanna be me. But then I kind of took it a step further, and I was like, some people wanna be in my skin. Some people probably want to, like, wear me and, like, figure out, like, what all my wins are, what all my sins are. Like, you wish you could live in me in the good, the bad, the ugly, but you have no idea like what that comes with. So that's what that song is about, and the most like not ugly way, I want to say, like, because that's an ugly concept, but I wanted to make it not so ugly. So yeah, that's Skin.
That sounds like a cool concept. I see what you mean about that, like, confrontational aspect of it.
Yeah. Video Girl has another one of those call-out, like, kind of themes. Video Girl, I wanted it to be somewhat, like, technical, but I also still wanted to have another call-out that's in line with the album. With that song, I definitely thought to myself, I was going through all of my previous videos on Snapchat and, like, Instagram, like, there was a time in my life where I didn't look like this. I didn't feel confident in myself. I was just like, I felt like I was a completely different person. So that song is basically just saying, like, I'm sorry, but, like, I'm not that girl in your video. That's, you know, quite literally what it says. And it's referencing past videos. So whatever video, like, you have in your phone of me, whatever video I have in my phone of me from, like, however many years ago, I'm not that girl anymore. Sorry, but it's not me.
That's a cool concept. Everybody goes back and checks their memories, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it pains me.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Okay, and you just mentioned your upcoming album, The Honest Hour?
Honest Hour.
Honest Hour.
Yeah.
So how's that coming, and when can we expect it? Do you have any...
So I think I love dropping fall, winter. I'm not sure if I want it out by October or November, but October, November. So one of those months. Yeah, as I was saying, it's gonna be basically a call-out album. I think I want this one to be not as happy per se as Run to You was, because that one was surrounded by love. I think this one is maybe gonna have a bit more angst to it because it's a call-out album. Each song is gonna have a different message for someone who's maybe said something to me that, like, you know, I didn't like, you know, like, I have something that, like, I need to say, basically. Like, so the song that I'm currently working on for Honest Hour, it's gonna be essentially based around kind of making fun of someone, but not in a mean way. It's almost like making fun of you because you lost me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you dropped me and you thought that I wouldn't basically be fine without you. So it's kind of like a na 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 boo boo.
I get it.
Like, you messed up. But yeah, like, each song is kind of gonna be a little bit like playful and childish, but still like, yeah, like, I'm making a joke right now, but like, you messed up, or like, you did like wrong.
Do you have any idea how many songs are going to be on it?
See, that's a question I didn't know if I wanted you to ask me. See, okay, so whenever I assign a number to an album, it does not end up happening that way. Because I always end up having, like, a 3 a.m. thought for, like, a song, and then I want to add it, or, like, you know, I end up listening to the lineup, and I want to take something out, or, like... So, honestly, I'm not sure. I usually try to stay between the 12 and the 15 mark, but we'll just see.
All right, so before we wrap it up, do you have any upcoming performances that you want to promote?
I do. I'm going to be performing at the Glastonbury Apple Harvest and Music Festival. That's on October 17th. I think my set is around noon, about 12-ish. So if you're in the area, make sure you are in Glastonbury at the Glastonbury Apple Harvest and Music Festival, October 17th.
Hope to see you there, folks. All right, you ready to break down this beat?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we're doing something a little bit different on the kitchen this month. Montez and I cooked up the beat for her song Video Girl in April, but it wasn't recorded. But the song came out great, so I wanted to shine some more light on it. So I had her on the kitchen this month. And instead of cooking up a beat from scratch, I'm going to be breaking down how I made the beat for Video Girl. So let's take a look. So we started off with this kind of ambient chord loop. On top of that, we threw in some bouncy chords. And then for a B section, we added these pulsing chords. Next, I threw in the drum loop to give it this bounce I was looking for. And you can see that I split it up into two sections. We got the bass frequencies in one clip and the rest of the frequencies in another clip, so I had more control of it throughout the arrangement. I added this growling synth bass. I layered on some of my own drums to really emphasize the bounce I was looking for. And here it is with the other drums. Only a couple more elements to talk about here. The next one was this synth counter pluck melody that I added. I got a low part and a high version. This drum texture comes in every once in a while. I threw together these two sounds for a transition. And then the last thing is this string section. I'm a sucker for strings, and it sounded so great at the end here, so I had to throw it in. And this is what the beat sounds like all together.